What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video preview. Today we're going to take a look at the final product of Darth Maul from Clone Wars, and it's still available per pre-order at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. $4 shipping, double box it, and you can put it on your pile of loot so they can send it all at once. So let's I personally haven't seen Clone Wars, nor do I have any intentions of watching Clone Wars. However, I can appreciate a good figure, and this looks great. I like Darth Maul from the movie, from the live version, and I actually do have, I think it's DX16 from Phantom Menace, the one with no speeder. I just chose that version. I have nowhere to put that speeder, as a matter of fact. Looking back at it now, I wish I'd have gotten that, but at the same time, I got too many figures, so it's all right. Now, as far as this figure, again, I have no idea what he did in the cartoons or on that animated series, but he looks cool. He complements Ahsoka, the one that just came out, really well. Now, the route that Hot Toys decided to go on this is not go fully animated. It seems like they went hybrid. So you got a hybrid look here. You can see it from all over the figure. This is one thing that I do like about this figure is his body. I mean, he does have this beautiful, I don't know what you call that. Is that tattoos or whatever? But everything else on the body looks phenomenal. Unlike the Darth Maul that I do have. Well, that is not meant to be, like his clothing to be taken off. But this one, you have several display options. So you could, choose to have him with a hood on or not, or just take out his entire clothing. It still looks pretty badass. So that is one good thing going on for this figure. The head is a little too big for my liking, or maybe the body's a bit too small. I don't know, but when he doesn't have his shirt off, it seems like the head is a bit bigger. But look at the packaging right here. That is beautiful. I mean, apparently this plays a significant role, in the animated series. And also, if you look at his lower part, you can see some animated blocks, especially on his, in his shoes. It has a lot of edges. I don't know if that just represents how he is on the animated series, perhaps, but it does look cool. Now the head sculpt, from what I've heard, I don't have that figure, but it seems like the same head sculpt, or almost close. Correct me if I'm wrong here, as the Solo Maul. So it does have purse. So that's pretty cool. I always like it when it does have purse because it gives you several display options, especially when, he does have this menacing look to him. So it looks like he's fighting with his lightsaber and all that stuff. Look, you see Ahsoka in the back. And one thing that I do like, look at that body right there. Even though you can see the seams, there's almost no gaps on the shoulder. Maybe it was just positioned nicely. That could be the case. But maybe they did learn, because I do have the Star Ace. I know this is not Star Ace, but I do have the Star Ace Leonidas, and that was the case. It is a figure that has no clothing, but there you can almost doesn't see the seam. Like right here in this shot, I mean, this is a beautiful shot first and foremost, but you can kind of see the seam on the side. Maybe it wasn't just pushed correctly, but I'm glad that, like this shot right here. I mean, on the shoulders, there's almost no gap. I mean, you see the seam, which might be a deal breaker for some, and I totally understand that. But it's either that or you are going to use a seamless half body, I would say. But the drawback to that is you can't have an out of pose ability. You see this kind of poses, you want to be able to achieve that. Having a single joint elbow already prohibits some of those movements. But imagine having a completely seamless body. You're always going to be worried that you are going to crack that rubber body or whatever the case is. But yeah, anytime that you deal with the seamless type of body, there's a give to it, meaning you sacrifice posability. In this case, this is a character that has a lot of movement, very dynamic. I don't know if that's something that you want to give up, especially if you are gonna pose him with his clothing anyway. I'm not even sure if going one single jointed elbow is the right way to go about it, because it suffers with the same fate, I would say, as Bane. Even though Bane is a lot bigger character, he is a little bit more slender, not muscular per se. But what happened with Bane is that because he has single jointed elbow, he can't use that boss pose that he normally does when he's holding his vest, and at the same time, he also looks small. Again, that's an old Hot Toys figure, but I think if they redo it now, they better give us like two torsos or two bodies, something like that, or different arms, swappable arms, or something like that. But pertaining to this figure, I mean, it's as good as you're gonna get, I would say. Now, this is what, the third Darth Maul now, I would say, and it still looks phenomenal. I like the character. I think he was pretty badass when he appeared in Phantom Menace initially. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't sit well with me. The size of his head to proportion of his body. Maybe it's just the angles. Maybe that's just it. But I would love to see a wider shoulder. Not necessarily, like a muscular type. Just a little bit wider to complement the face. But man, this shot right here is the money shot. Look at that. Like him looking down. You put the purse up. Put the hood on. That is just menacing right there. I mean, if you were a fan of Darth Maul and if you like the character, I would say it's a must-have. Especially if you missed out on the first two, this will be the best case version. I mean, look at this box. This is one box that you probably won't have to put in the shipper and keep it outside for just because it just looks so cool. Now, he doesn't come with a whole lot, but he comes with enough, in my opinion. He comes with enough that all I gotta do is put him with Ahsoka. I did, even though I didn't see the actual season, I did see that battle, and that was pretty badass, I would say. So if you're gonna get this, you almost have to get Ahsoka, I would say. Would this match with the Mandalorian Ahsoka? Because that's the one I'm getting. Maybe, but I think it's more fitting if you do get the Clone Wars version of Ahsoka. They just and recreate that battle. Now, mind you, both of their arms are not as articulate. As you can see, this Ahsoka does not even have the joints. So you got to be careful with that too. So you're going to be a little bit limited on what you could and could not do. But there you go, guys. This is the Darth Maul from Clone Wars. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you are interested in buying. Once again, thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. And I will see you guys in the next video.